Including the Christmas tree.
Including, okay. So anyway, today is Sunday, and this is going to be a special Sunday episode. I wasn't going to do anything. I was invited over to Henry's house for lunch today, but I always carry my camera with me wherever I go in case there's something interesting. And I got to tell you, Henry's one of the most interesting people that I know, especially in Tierra Maria. He's one of the most interesting people, and he's got this wonderful yard. So he's actually starting to take me through. Every time I come here, I see something different inside his yard. So anyway, what I want to do today, before we have lunch, I want to show you some of the stuff, and I want to take you along with me as Henry is showing me some of this really awesome stuff that he has growing inside his garden. And he has, actually, remember we're talking about pineapples. Let me show you, he actually has the pineapples that are grown. We don't have this yet. So what he does...
Let me pick one. So you have to show us how to cut.
Okay, I will show. Okay, all right. So Henry wants me to show him that special, the secret way of cutting and serving pineapple, and we'll do that. But what I want to show you is when you get a pineapple, you twist the top off. You saw me do that. You saw me do that on mine. And what we're going to do is we're going to prep this one for Henry because it still needs some prepping on it before it goes back down. Did that one come off of here?
Yeah.
It did come off of here. So normally what you do, when you have a pineapple and it's mature, this one's not mature yet. It's still got a little bit of growing to do. But what you would do before you serve it, you actually spin. You take the top of this off. You don't cut it off, sort of like that. What you do is you spin it. And when you spin it and you turn it inside there, and I showed that on one of the previous episodes, then you'll have the head like this. And then what we'll end up doing, we'll peel some of these pieces off right here, and it should expose some roots, even if tiny roots. And what we'll do is we'll get the roots started. But once you plant that in the ground, it's gonna look like this, and these are gonna grow really big. They're gonna start like this, and they're gonna grow like this. Then it's gonna be a stem that grows out of the center, and then you have pineapples, and this is where you're gonna get pineapples. And the nice thing about this one, this is a pineapple that grows another stem that you will twist, put in the ground, that will grow another one, another one, another one as you go along. So you will continually perpetuate your pineapple garden. And I'm going to get the ones from Tagaytay. Where did you get these from?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Is that what happens?
Probably.
Is that what happens when you're past 70 years old?
We eat them.
I'm just about 60, and I'm getting those same conditions where I'm forgetting those things.
We have one, so you try, you taste, and find out if it's the same taste.
So anyway, something I also want to show. Henry has a beautiful yard here, and there's basically three kinds of grass. Mainly three kinds of grasses that you get in the Philippines, and it's the frog grass, it's the carabao, and it's, what is it, Bermuda?
Bermuda, they call it also bluegrass.
Bluegrass, Bermuda. So those are the main type you're going to find everywhere. If you ask anybody what type of grass, it's going to be usually one of those three types. And that's kind of the order that they go in. The least maintenance that you have to worry about is something called frog grass, but it's also susceptible to like drought. And mainly drought.
You have to water.
You have
Maintenance is very high.
And it looks
less than here.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like this, except it looks a little bit more like a weed than it really does grass.
Wider leaves.
Yeah, wider leaves.
Smaller leaves.
And it looks like something you would find like in the bayou or in a very wet area, something like that. Then you have this, which is called carabao grass right here. And this is actually very nice, and you can actually trim this with a lawnmower or a weed eater type of a lawnmower they have here. And the nice thing about carabao is a lot like what we have back in South Carolina. We have centipede is a very popular grass, and centipede looks almost identical to this right here. And what it does, the reason it's called centipede is because it actually does like a centipede, and it grows long, it will grow out, and what will happen is you'll get roots just like these roots all along. And this is, you can actually pull pieces of this, and I just actually broke a section off the end of this, and I was showing Henry. I'm going to grab some of his when his gardener or Henry himself, when they're actually working in the yard, I said, save me all of these pieces right here that you're pulling up that are basically runners. They're runners on there. And then you can break a piece off the end, just like this right here. You have a piece that's broken off. Then you can put this inside the ground, and you can actually propagate your own grass over here. So it's going to take a long time from a couple of these, but you have many of these, and they actually grow pretty fast.
It's growing fast.
They grow very fast. Let me show you some of the other features that Henry has. He has some wonderful... I was asking him, what do you do for your, like, some of your raised bed gardens and things like that, or some of the borders that you use around the flower beds and stuff? Because he has flowers everywhere here. Let me show you this neat thing. Let me show you one of the neat. Let me show you what he does. He takes the wine bottles. You see all these wine bottles? He has wine bottles, and he lines his garden with wine bottles. He has them all around. He has a couple of different things that he uses. Well, he has several different things. He has some traditional bricks that he uses, like he has over here, for the borders. He has some concrete.
Those are overgrown.
Those are, yeah. And then you have that's just a concrete form. That's hollow block they have connected together.
And
a little bit of cement, like a plaster cement on there.
Yeah.
And then, but many places Henry has the wine bottles, and collectively I have no idea how many, but you see, that's what he uses around.
That is for the lemongrass.
How many wine bottles would you even estimate that you have around here, Henry?
That
a lot.
A couple of thousand. Is
and I asked
here what I drank,
and I asked him,
and I am alive.
and that's what I asked him. I said, did you actually, are these bottles that you actually drank, these bottles of wine? But then again, you've been here since 2005, right? 2006. So he's been here. He's been here a lot of years. I'm gonna show you. He's got them everywhere. Let me show you. We can walk over to this side. He has absolutely beautiful yard here. Oh, I love these plants here. Ah, look at these. Oh, the one with the red flowers, with these red. Oh, yeah, look at these. Look at the. Oh, these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at these. Those look really good up against that.
But you have to trim it down. You have to watch it. It's a kind of bamboo. Because it goes with the roots.
It goes. Oh, I see. Or it will grow. It will actually go out.
It will grow further.
Now, can you?
Also, we added the grass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a normal border. It's a normal border grass that you have inside here. I have this in my home in the United States as well. But let me ask you this: for these right here, do they propagate at the bottom, like make baby plants, or how do you, if you wanted to?
It goes. No, we just pull it out, or take the little shovel and get it out with some roots on.
And then they'll grow. Will they grow more plants? When you do that the next time, when you do that.
No, when you need.
When I need, okay.
When you need.
Okay.
We picked at this.
Okay, let's do that. And you see the wine bottles all along here. It has here, and these are like these palms here. These are a lot like these. Yeah, these are the.
I don't know the name.
But they have these all on the fairway, on the main road.
They go a little bit higher, but then they stop.
I like these.
From time to time we trim.
And then the root structure isn't nearly as evasive as like the big trees. Like the mahoganies are crazy. You can't put mahoganies. They're so roots. He's got all his wine bottles here. Very nice. And what kind of tree is this one right here?
That is Chico.
Oh, coffee? Not coffee.
Let's see if we find the fruit here.
Oh, I see it. Is that edible?
Yeah.
And it's called Chico.
It's called Chico.
Oh, we're gonna have to look that one up.
Let's see if we have some more.
Oh, here's another one right here.
Yeah.
The Chico fruit.
They're normally more.
And you got one right there. And they're hiding, but they're all over.
They are blooming. There's some flowers there, and they will get. They get about that big.
And you have two of them. You have two of them right there, getting ready to grow. Oh, they're all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all seasonal, or all season, or at a certain time of year?
It's certain time of the year.
Is this also a Chico?
No.
This is different.
That is rambutan.
Oh, you have rambutan. Well, this is rambutan here. This one.
Also.
This also rambutan.
Two different kind.
Oh, I have several rambutan, and these actually turn red. These will turn red, but this is early in August.
In August, you will have the fruits.
Ah, look at this.
This one, the seeds separate from the edible part easy. You just put it in your mouth and with your tongue you push the eatable part and spit the seed out. Here, the seed and the eatable part sticks together.
So the two different varieties you have right here. That's why they look a little bit.
Usually that tree was full.
This one.
When it was in full production, the tree wasn't that green, it was red.
I want you to see what Henry was joking about before. This is what he calls his Christmas tree. I want you to see the size of this tree right here. This is an evergreen, and it is absolutely huge.
Something like 10 meters tall.
It is huge. And he has this waterfall, but he has it on a timer. And the timer comes on because he puts it on the timer, so because he has birds that come in. He likes to have the birds come in, and the birds won't come when the water is doing the waterfall.
The birds taking a bath.
Yes.
And it is nice to watch them how they take a bath.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy
it.
I have bird feeders, and I have the watering, and I also have, just like you have right here back in the U.S., and we will also incorporate that into Villa Feliz as well. Passion fruit. Where's the passion fruit? You just gave me those passion fruits. Let's go look. Okay, so this is the passion fruit vines, and Henry gave me like 5 or 6, something like that, of the passion fruit yesterday. And he told me to hold off for a day.
That's all passion fruit.
Oh, look at these. Oh, look. This is nice and healthy new growth right here. Oh, there's a flower.
That is something. Yeah. Something different. They are growing up and they go all over the tree.
It grows all over. Yeah, you were telling me that yesterday. It vines. The passion fruit vines, and it goes, you can see it's going into the tree. And do you actually pick the fruit from the tree when it's vining inside there? I can't see any right now, but then again, you have so much lush growth here, it's hard to see. It's camouflaged.
Let's have a look, looking up on the tree.
Oh, there they are. I see one right there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can zoom. It's right. There's one right over. Oh, there's another one. There's one right there. There they are. See that one?
Yeah.
One right over there, and another one. One, two, three. Oh, they're all over here. Oh yeah, and that's about the size of the ones. That's actually a pretty big one you got right there. I think that one's almost right. Oh, here, look at this one right. Look at these.
Yes.
Here's from the passion fruit right here. So anyway, I would be willing to bet you could clip a clipping, and you could.
Charles came with, with 3, 4 of this and planted it over there.
Yes.
And it's spread.
So we're gonna get some clippings, not today, but we're gonna get some clippings from Henry. And actually, you got a passion fruit sitting right here. I want to show you a unique Bahikubo. You're not gonna find a Bahikubo like this anywhere around here. This is Henry's Bahikubo right here. It looks something like, maybe you'd see like an Apocalypse Now movie or something like that. But you go inside here. This is a fortified Bahikubo. It's deceiving because he has
we made a platform.
You see right here. This is just decorative. All this is decorative bamboo right here. But behind this is like concrete, right? It's like
only the post.
Only the post. You have the concrete.
The 4 posts.
Yeah.
And the floor we made with the leftover tiles.
With the leftover,
whatever we had left over.
Oh,
we made the floor.
This is absolutely.
It's the drying area. Yes.
I want you to look at this. This is where they also hang clothes inside here. Got the rep. This is a whole house here, Henry.
So from outside.
And everything's all powered up inside here. So you have and it has a dirty kitchen. This is great. Everybody keeps talking about the dirty kitchen. This is nice because you actually have a roof over your dirty kitchen. Our we don't have anything planned. Ours is in the open patio area on the back of ours. So we don't have this, but we'll have something very similar. We're going to have
something. This is actually what they locally call dirty kitchen.
This is dirty kitchen, yes. And instead of a gas, you have, this is where you burn wood and coal.
Just fire, make charcoal.
You make charcoal. And that
is the
storage.
The storage for charcoal.
Oh, wunderbar. Wunderbar.
And we have the service room
Oh,
for
and
the men.
you have a CR, and we won't go inside there, but we know that's a CR inside.
Yes, you can,
for the
it's
men
dark.
only. So we know what that means. It's just for the men, or very talented women.
Yes.
So I want you to show you the design of Henry's house. Henry's house is more typical of a German, because of course he's from Deutschland,
Yeah.
and he brought that design over here to the Philippines, and he designed is very similar to a German house. And he actually did the design for the solar panels himself, because Henry is an electrical engineer, and he actually has a battery. He does have a battery backup solution, although your batteries need to be replaced, right? Yeah, we got to get those replaced.
It's probably the coming year.
Yeah.
I need to replace.
So he has nice ventilation. His upstairs is absolutely beautiful. The loft area. He has like an office space up there that overlooks, similar to the way we're doing it at Villa Feliz, but it's not a workspace. Ours is just an observation. His is actually a full office space, and it connects also to the master bedroom and things like that up on the second floor.
On top is the 2 guest room.
And Henry also decided to go with Solar Heart, which is the same company that we're going through. And how many liters is that one?
That is around 150 liters.
And ours is 180. We're doing the one. It's probably a newer model, because I don't think they offer the 150 anymore. I think it's 180 and 300 liters. And then something Henry has that's not so traditional here in a this type of a subdivision. By the way, Henry was the first. He was the pioneer of Tierra Maria. He was the first one to build inside. He was the very first house to build here. And one thing that he chose to do, he chose to use, instead of a concrete or stone wall, his entire perimeter, his fence line, is all natural. He has some wire fence behind it, and he has these beautiful foliage, the plants and the shrubs.
Bougainvillea.
What do you call it?
Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea. Oh yeah, they have very pretty, during a certain time of the year they have flowers.
Nice flowers.
Yeah. So when the fountain comes back on, we'll check the fountain out in just a little bit. So Henry, I know you invited me over and you said we were going to have some white wine today, right?
We can have white or rosé.
Either one.
Actually, the rosé is the best thing because it's called Lazy Day.
Lazy, and that's what today is. That's what today is. It is Sunday, and it is a lazy day.
Special made for me. I buy it, and I always look for this kind.
This kind. And where is that from?
South Africa.
South Africa. That's what you were telling me. That's what we had last time was from South.
It's rosé.
And that was wonderful. Well, I'm all about rosé. Well, I'm not all about. It doesn't matter when it comes to wine.
It has a real good taste.
Yeah, actually, the rosés, the sparkling white wines are very good for summer days, and then for dinner, for the robust meals, or like the Merlots or Chardonnays. This is actually sugar apples.
Yeah.
I received a sugar apple the other day from Michelle. Michelle gave me a sugar apple. It looks like these right here. The one she gave me was a little bit bigger than these. And when the term sugar apple is used for this, I'm going to tell you, if you like anything sugary, this tastes like you are eating pure like cane sugar.
Yeah.
And on the inside, you peel this apart, and it has it's like whitish, like kind of whitish yellowish kind of. If I remember correctly from the other day. And there's a seed inside, but you eat everything. You just put you pull the little pieces out, and you got to be careful. Don't crunch down on it because there's a seed in the side. So you bite down on it, you remove the seed. It's like a little pit, but the remainder in it, it's very sweet and has a consistency. It almost tastes like there's some grain sugar inside there, but it's extremely tasty. And this is Henry's. Yes. Did you say how many of these trees do you have here? You have this one. What about this one? Right? That's not a. Like this one.
This broke down.
Oh, this is a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, you cut it down. You
cut it off. So it's growing new.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe another year we will get some fruits.
Well, I took the seeds from mine, and I'm kind of germinating them right now,
Yeah.
trying to turn them into seedlings. I'm hoping that'll work. And you have a Guyabano back here also, right?
Yeah.
And I saw that from the kitchen, and that would be this one right here.
Here and here.
Oh, look at this.
That one you can get.
Oh yeah, look at this Guyabano here. Look,
It looks like there are plenty of ants.
it looks like a porcupine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here's one right here. Here's one.
And the rest is rambutan.
And then you have, and the rest is all this is rambutan back here.
All this, all the way down.
So do you eat a lot of the rambutan?
Oh, we eat all.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's, you know what? Everybody keeps giving. It must be a big thing around here because everybody keeps giving me rambutan plants. I think I have 4, 5, 6 rambutan plants at Villa Feliz right now.
Yeah.
Something I want to share with you. Everybody knows that we're building a cistern, a humongous cistern in our house at Villa Feliz. Henry has a cistern also. His is a little bit different than ours. He actually has, this is actually the entry into his cistern, and he has a filtration. You see, what happens is, you see this pipe right here? This pipe is
coming from the gutter.
all from the gutter. So it comes in from there. Then he has this nice filter system goes in. So anything that would go down and clog up any of his, where he has spigots or water siphon or water, what do they call them here? Water bibs.
Yeah.
So anywhere in his yard where he has like water bibs, it won't be, and there won't be any sediment or anything contaminating and clogging up any of his pipe systems. So he uses, and every now and then, how often do you clean this out?
I clean that, just scoop it with a little shovel, and once a year before the rainy season, I clean it up, flush it with a hose, and put it in the laundry machine.
Yeah, okay.
To wash out the last remaining.
So not very often, so you really don't have to do it very often. So anyway, and it goes
once a year.
And how many, what is the volume of your cistern here? Do you remember? It's not nearly as big as that with the hole I've got in the ground, is it?
It's actually from here.
And that's it's the same. Are these connected together?
Yeah.
That one down there, and then this one right here. So let me show you.
2 meter wide.
So he actually has a hose that goes inside here, pipe that goes inside here that actually pumps it out, and his is basically the same way that we're designing ours. He's going to have, it's on demand. So when he turns on his spigot or water bib or water
One is there and
water
one is
valve
on the other side.
on the outside, and he has several of them around. When he turns it on, as soon as his pump sees that the pressure's dropped from the demand, he has a pump house right here, and this is Henry's pump house. Okay. And he's the one that actually gave me the idea of how to do mine. So it's very similar to the one that, this pump is actually very similar to the one that we're using for our booster inside the house, but he has this one here set up. So it actually has a sensor, and it tells him how many, the level of the water inside his. I can't find this right here. I haven't been able to find this yet. So I'm still looking. But he has the pump.
If you need, I contact the German supplier.
Okay.
To find something
Okay.
local. This thing is local.
This is you can get this at Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and all the hardware stores have the Ace and McKilling and Handyman. They all have this. So what will happen is
this thing they don't.
They don't have that, right? Everybody has this portion, but not the monitoring system like that. And I would like to have this. That way, I know how much water is inside. Because what's good about that, and you have the same thing. If it runs low, you can tap off the local water.
Your pump will suck air.
That's right.
And then you have to fill the water in.
Correct. So this is where he uses the pump, and it's automated. He has the regulator and this little device that he's got the little paper on the top of it. That will all this has to do with monitoring the pressure. It's the cut in and the cut out switch, and it will actually when the pressure goes down, it will cut in. When it gets to a certain pressure, it will cut out, and he has constant water pressure to his entire irrigation system around his yard. And that's exactly what we're doing out at Villa Feliz. We're going to put a system very, very similar to that.
You want to see some giant okra?
Giant okra! Of course, I want to see giant okra.
Look here.
That is giant okra.
Yeah, really.
You weren't kidding, were you, Henry? Look at this. I want you to look at this. This is Jurassic Park okra here. But I think it's because of the soil here at Tierra Maria. This soil is so rich.
This section and over there, we added a lot of fertilizer.
You gotta
Natural.
You gotta look at it. You know, and I love okra.
Oh.
This looks like eggplant. Is this eggplant?
That's eggplant.
Oh, and that's this garden. Which?
Yeah, one is.
Oh yeah, you got one growing right there. You probably already been taking
others
some.
Are already up.
You already took them off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what you have right here, the okra and the eggplant. We're going to have a raised bed just like this right here, and that's going to be one part of our garden right there. And you got over here.
This is what is that? Guava. They get the boys picked the big one this morning.
Oh, here's a big
And
one
they
right
were
here. Look at
eating.
this one. This is a big one right here. And what do you call this?
Guava.
How do you spell that?
Don't ask me. That's a local language.
It's a local language. But what does it taste like?
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, it's very hard. It's still
Yes,
very
it's
hard. It's got to have like a big
pretty
pit
hard,
inside.
but,
Or?
the ants are already on, and maybe the worms are already inside. And this is our langkat tree. The first year since we have this tree, it's full flower and this will get all the langka fruit. The Lanzones fruit.
This is Lanzones.
This is Lanzones.
Ah. And my wife said we have to have Lanzones. We have to have this. Lanzones. Henry wants to show everybody the dragon fruit flower right here. And I guess when it opens very quickly.
It's quickly, it's really fast.
And you have to get it so that you can get it good. So Henry's going to call me when this opens, and I'm going to rush over here. And let me try to get a picture from this other side over here.
From the other side. Or from there, you can go in between.
Oh, yeah. From over there. Yeah. So you call me up.
I give you a call.
I want to get a picture of that. It's a very odd. It's almost a southwest United States kind of a plant looking that you would see in the desert or something like that. You know, that's what that looks like.
And after we harvest the fruit, then I trim down.
Oh, this is a flower, and this is also a fruit.
Yes.
Are you saying it's edible?
Yes. Dragon fruit.
Well, that's why they call it dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dragon are eating it.
No.
The Chinese dragon, actually.
Henry was telling me, they're gone right now, but Henry was telling me the frogs come into the tree and they basically make like a little cocoon or egg kind of a thing here. And then the frogs here they sound so different from the sounds we have in the US. We have tree frogs. And what you got here? Oh,
that is the skeleton.
Well, I don't need to take a picture of a skeleton of a frog.
That, you see how long the leg is?
Oh yeah. So anyway, we were just talking about the frogs here, and the frogs make a sound, and they're different from the sound. Our frog, we have tree frogs by our house in Charleston, and all the frogs when they make noise, they actually sound like dogs barking. Have you ever heard?
Yeah.
They sound like dogs barking, and we actually sometimes they get inside of our sunroom, and when I was overseas and separated from my wife. It was always my wife. She said, "No, let's not get rid of the frog because it keeps me company. It's like my pet inside the house." but the frogs over here, I call them frogs with a conscience, because the frogs over here they go uh-oh, right? They go uh-oh. You hear it all the time at nighttime. Uh-oh. Well, let's go visit Charles. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a walk over to Charles and Tang's house where we had the 4th of July
you want to try?
get together. What are you more comfortable with? I could walk forever. For me, I'm good.
Walk.
Are you good? Okay. So we're gonna walk. We're gonna
It's
actually walk.
difficult now down there.
You know, I have never ever been down. What is down that street?
Nielsen House. I still call it Nielsen House because the first owner was Mr. and Mrs. Nielsen. Still alive? Woo! Anybody home alive? Or taking a nap?
It is Sunday.
Yeah. We have to go.
So while we're over here at Charles's place, and he's building he's got gardening, he's got lots of, I think I showed everybody when we were here on 4th of July. But this is froggrass. This is the difference between Henry's Carabao and the froggrass. And it's a little bit different, the consistency, and it's easier to maintain, but it does not like to go dry. I made it to the mall. The mall on Sunday is like crazy here, but I am so thirsty. So I'm going to stop at my favorite buko shop and get some coconut like shake kind of a thing.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you today? How you been?
How about your house?
My house is coming up maybe 50%, maybe about 50%. Yeah, it's doing okay. Well, anyway, I was just in the SM store here, and I got my hangers. I had to get hangers. My house helper said, "You don't have enough hangers," so I got 12 hangers. I hope that's enough hangers. I'm gonna stop in the place. They called me up the other day and said Electra World, and they said my printer was ready for pickup. So let's stop in Electra World and see if my printer scanner is ready. So anyway, it looks like HB Philippines has replaced my printer scanner. So I think that's a different unit because she says it's a different serial number. So they're going to test out the scanning function and the printing function right now. So anyway, this is what's happening today. I sent my printer scanner out. I sent it out for the scanner didn't work, so it went out and they replaced it with another unit. Now the printer doesn't work on this one right here. So what the fine folks here are going to do, they're going to let me know tomorrow whether I can get a replacement, because this one's not working either. So we'll wait till tomorrow and see what happens. So anyway, it'll be tomorrow. We'll see if tomorrow, if we get any results. I'm hoping that they're going to replace it. We'll see. So anyway, I got my stuff from SM department store. I did this. I paid my electricity bill. You didn't see me. I went down to the business center and I paid my electricity bill. So I got that taken care of, and that's the electricity bill for the apartment, not the one for over out at Villa Feliz. So next thing I have to do, I have to go do some grocery shopping. So let's grab a few things and then head back out to, I have to go back to the apartment after here. anyway, let me tell you how it kind of went down with the printer. And of course, you know, I brought it in because the scanner wasn't working on it. So, and I only had it for about a week because I didn't test the scanner. When you go inside, they test the electronics out, but they tested the printer, but they didn't test the scanner function. So when I got home and I tested the scanner function, the scanner didn't work. So I waited a week and I brought it back down when I had a chance to get down there. And it doesn't matter whether it's a week or you walk out of the door and you turn right around. The way it works, and once you pay for it, it's under a warranty thing. It's not like in the United States where you buy it and if you got a receipt in a year, you bring it back and they give you a brand new one. It doesn't work like that over here. So anyway, I brought it back and they said, oh, it's gonna take 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm like, oh, 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so 3 to 4 weeks. So they gave me a call and I went back to pick it up, and of course the printer function doesn't work. The scanner is working now, but the printer function doesn't work on it. So she says, well, is it okay? We're going to send it back out and we'll let you know when it comes back in. I said, you mean I got to do without it for another 3 to 4 weeks? And she said, oh, let me call you tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe they're going to exchange it out for me. I don't know. This is why never go shopping at the supermarket on a Sunday. I want to show you this line, and this is just for the little carts. You see this? And it goes way, whatever. Yesterday I was talking with Lola Janna, and you know, Lola Janna, that's always there with Tess where I get my food. And I asked her because I always, when I can get chocolates and stuff like that, I'll bring chocolates in for Tess or Michelle or some of the other folks inside the neighborhood. But I brought Lola Janna some chocolate one time, and Michelle said, oh, she can't have chocolate because she has, like, I don't know if it's a diabetic condition, some kind of medical condition. I'm like, oh. So I asked her yesterday, I said, what do you like? What is it that you can eat? She's like, oh, I don't, nothing. Then I said, oh, come on, it's got to be something you really like. And she said, I like green apples. So I said, okay, so we're gonna get some green apples today. They got some green apples here. So it is the end of the day. I hope you enjoyed today's short video for a Sunday episode. I originally wasn't planning on doing any videoing, vlogging today, but when I got the opportunity to go over to Henry's house, I thought, oh, what a great opportunity to share with you his wonderful home and his gardening, and he's always a lot of fun to spend time with. So anyway, so we did that. We went over to SM and did a little bit of shopping, spent a lot of time in line for a little bit of items, but I know better than to go on Sunday. But it was my day off, and I took this opportunity to go ahead and try to knock a few things out. So anyway, I did. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and you will be a subscriber, and you will get the latest and greatest video updates whenever I push a new video. So until Monday, which is tomorrow, which is going to be build day 118. Yes, build day 118 on the construction schedule out of Villa Feliz. You have a wonderful Sunday.